Good morning, everybody. Gary from Constricted and Addicted. It's Friday. It's early. It's like 4:30 in the morning. So the goal is to try to get this video edited and up as quick as possible because we have snakes that have shed. I know one of my snakes has shed, so I'm going to grab her out. That's Matilda. That's my jungle hypo. I see her. She's in the bottom. I saw the skin already and the big turd that she takes when she sheds. But a few days ago, I had probably seven or eight snakes that were in shed, ready to go. I've been checking on them periodically, and I have not seen them shed yet, but they're getting close, and I'm thinking that this is the morning. So I have not opened any bins yet. I have not checked on anybody other than I turned the light on. Matilda's out right now, and I see her skin. So we're going to get her out. We're going to show you what she looks like after her shed. And then we're going to open the bins up and see if any of the other snakes have shed. So let's get her out. All right. What a beautiful, beautiful animal she is. This is Matilda, my jungle hypo. And oh my gosh, just look at the amazing colors. She is just crazy beautiful right after a fresh shed. She's got a lot of pinks. And the one thing about her is that her speckling has always gotten more prominent. And it seems that she gets more speckling after every shed. One thing I did notice about her, probably about 2 or 3 sheds ago, is she shed and she got really dirty looking. It was different. I've seen that she's been a pretty clean looking animal, but one shed that she had almost changed her color completely, from olive green to almost a light brown. And I think now, since that shed, there's actually been some different coloration taking place on her. And I don't know. I don't know, but she is definitely a beautiful, beautiful snake. Just great color patterns. The pinks. I just truly love this animal. I have had her since she was a little baby, and she's going to be 3 years old in June of 2023. So she's a good-sized animal. She eats almost large rats, just like a little larger than a medium, just a little bit smaller than a large. But she's just a beautiful animal. She's been a great pet. She's good to handle. Got her from Indian River Constrictors. It's just a bit of joy to watch this girl grow up. So this is Matilda, fresh shed. We're going to get all that stuff out of there for her, get her poop out, and clean her up a little bit. Before I check the other bins to see if anybody else has shed, I just want to show you Matilda's shed. To me, this right here is how I know that I've got a good, healthy snake. Humidities are good. She's got a great shed, all one piece. That's how I kind of determine the husbandry of my animals. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I very rarely have broken sheds. So when I see something like this, it's a really good indicator that what I'm doing is good. So there's her shed, all one piece. And let's go check the bins. And yes, we have one more animal that has shed. This is my Super Ghost Paradox, bred by Leanne Kelly, who's a good friend of mine. And I knew that he was ready to go. And I had him out last night, and I could just tell by his skin that it was going to be soon. Now, this light is probably washing him out. So let me see if I can reduce the light, because he is a very light snake. Gotta love this pattern on his the paradox in his tail, and with every shed he seems to get a little more of that speckling. Very, very neat, and just a great animal. So this was given to me. We do a lot of reptile snake trading back and forth. She buys some of my stuff, and this is one of the babies that she produced, and I told her that I wanted one. So I got the pick of the litter. I got her pick of the litter, and it turns out that it was a Super Ghost Paradox, and he's one of a kind. Very good animal. I love this guy, and I'm just enjoying watching him grow up, and just all the neat coloration that's taking place with him with the paradoxing. He's got a lot of it around his neck, definitely around his tail, and there's definitely where you can see on his tail where the paradox, and what I understand the paradox to me is where there's two genes that don't quite mix well. I could be wrong. I've got Vin Russo's book, and I have read it, but I'm getting old and I forget things a lot. But I have read up on it. And so what it is just, it's neat. It's really neat. It's not something that can be reproduced. It is definitely something that is unique. I've actually gone to Morph Market and looked up animals with paradox, and this animal right here has definitely got the best looking paradox I have ever seen, and especially when you look at that tail. It is just incredible. So I'm going to grab his shed out real quick, another full shed, not broken, and show that to you. Be right back. All right, so here is the shed from my Super Ghost Paradox. And again, nice, clean, non-broken shed. This is what I love to see. So as it turns out, none of the other snakes have shed. My Peruvian, Ronin, he should be shedding here fairly soon. He was also one of my snakes that is currently in shed. But, I mean, even in shed, this guy just looks amazing. His coloration is just getting so dark. And he's got the silver coloration going on the back, the iridescence that's taking place along his skin. He's just an incredible animal. Keep in mind, I'm still learning how to use this ring light here and see what happens here, but he's just, I love this guy to death. He's extremely inquisitive for such a little guy, but every time I look at him, he's getting a little more darker and a little more darker. This is my Peruvian longtail. Definitely a great addition to my collection. He came from Living Legless and Travis, and I had no information on him because he's a locality boa constrictor. I really wanted to know what his lineage was. Travis really didn't have the information, but he sent me pictures of the parents, and this guy, the parents were just amazingly dark and beautiful, and I went with it. So yeah, this guy right here is great. He should be shedding hopefully before the weekend's over, and if he does, we'll get another video up on it. So we'll give you one more snake, and then we'll go from there. And we'll end this video with this girl right here. This is my Nicaraguan, and she is just a bare bone, plain old Nicaraguan boa constrictor. Probably, I mean, she is definitely one of my favorites. One of the things, if you look how dark she is for a Nicaraguan, just an incredible color scheme that she has. And she is definitely in shed. She is one of the ones that I really expected to get up this morning and see that she would have shed. But this girl, it's funny, is she is getting darker and darker with every shed. And it's when I got her, she was super light. So and I got her from the Serpentarium in Lodi, and it makes me wonder if something else isn't going on with this animal. We don't know her lineage. I picked her up specifically because I wanted to learn how to tape an angry boa. Wasn't the case with her. Absolutely no. I mean, people have talked about how Nicaraguan boa constrictors are just hissy and bitey and as juveniles, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to learn how to tame down a snake, and she was the absolute opposite of that. She's been such a wonderful, wonderful animal in my collection. But one of the things I've noticed is, and maybe there's people out there that can, help me with this, but she is just getting darker and darker. But a lot of the Nicaraguans I've seen, they don't get this dark, and it's not because she's in shed. This is a typical color for her even after shed. So once she sheds, again, I figured for sure that she would have definitely shed by now. So hopefully over the weekend, as you can see, I'll do the best I can, because she is definitely an animal that likes to be inquisitive. And there we go. There's good. Learning all this stuff as we go. That's the beautiful thing. So I love sharing my snakes with you guys. Right now, this is all the snakes that I have that have shed. And maybe before the end of the weekend, we'll have a few more to do, because I know the Peruvian still needs to shed. She still needs to shed. My Tamaulipas Cloud Forest Boa needs to shed. I've got a Suriname over here that is in shed. And I think that's it. So 2 out of 7. We're doing good. Hope you guys have a great Friday. Good morning to you. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.